Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jaime and I'm the proud owner of a social media marketing agency transforming online brands into market leaders. Today I'm very excited to share with you guys a brand new series which I think you guys are going to absolutely love, called the Client Closing Series. In this series I'm going to be revealing the exact proven processes that I've personally used to sign clients on various platforms, and we're going to talk Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email, video audit, and a bunch of other really cool methods so that you guys are equipped with the right tools and strategies to go out and crush it with your agency. In today's video, as you probably already know from the title of the video, we are talking Facebook. And I'm going to be giving you the exact process to follow with Facebook. And Facebook is a bit of a tricky platform, and it took me quite a bit of time to navigate it and really find a proven method. And I see so many agency owners out there just completely either neglect Facebook or just go about it completely in the wrong manner. So I'm very excited for this video, and you're going to want to stick around till the end, because on the final point, there's going to be 3 points. On the final point, I'm going to be shuttering a massive mistake that most agency owners do and that you do not want to make if you are to be successful with this method. And not only that, but on the first point, I'm going to be hopping on my whiteboard, and on the second one, we're going to be hopping on my computer. So a lot of variety on this video. You guys are going to get a ton of value and actionable strategies. And without further ado, let's go right into it. So the first thing we are going to be doing is drafting the strategy and the funnel that we are going to follow, because I'm a big fan of first having a clear strategy and then going out and execute it. Because for the longest time, especially when I started my agency, for the longest time I would just pick a bunch of outreach methods and there wasn't a clear strategy to my outreach, and I didn't have a clear sales process. And lo and behold, that outreach strategy was not a massive success. It wasn't until I put together a sales process and a funnel that right now is automated. And for those of you who are in my mentorship program, you know what that's all about. It wasn't until I implemented that I started landing meetings completely on autopilot and signing a ton of clients for my agency. So the first thing that we're going to speak about is what's called the profile funnel. And this is a concept that you guys might not have heard about. But basically what the profile funnel is if we compare the way social media outreach works and the way, for example, email outreach works, is email is direct, kind of like direct response in a way, right? It's direct, it's very two-dimensional, right? And so we have the email, which looks like a bit like that. We send it out straight to a person. This person usually knows nothing about us, and this is pretty much the only touch point, unless we have some sort of follow-up system, which by the way, you guys should definitely have, right? And so this is the way that email works. But when it comes to social media, we need to leverage the profile funnel. Now, for some reason I wrote concept here, but it should say funnel, right? And what we want to leverage is the profile funnel. And what this means is with social media, there's not just the message, there is the profile, right? And what I mean by this is if you send a DM on Instagram to someone, right? They're not just going to see your DM, but they're also going to see a face to you, a profile to you, right? And not only that, but if they follow you or you follow them, right, then they're going to get your stories, they're going to get your pictures on their newsfeed. The great thing about Facebook is that they don't have to follow you. They just have to accept your friend request, right? And so what we want to make sure we do is we have a profile funnel in place where we not only do the messaging, right, but we add them as friends on Facebook, and then we get top of mind awareness by having tons of impressions with them because they are in our Facebook funnel. And what that looks like is first, right? So we've got message on Facebook, okay? And then we've got friend request, okay? Once they've accepted the friend request, they're gonna get our content on their newsfeed, right? And so even if they don't reply to the message on the first place, right, they're gonna get a ton of impressions. And these impressions could be you leveraging, social proof, authority. The way you can do that is either by putting out your results on Facebook, or if you don't have any results, conveying expertise, right? And the pen is running out, expertise. A lot of people think that just because they don't have results or they don't have clients, they can't build authority. But the thing is, if you have expertise, if you have knowledge, and you convey that, that is a form of authority. So that is the way we want to approach Facebook, and you can take this and apply it for other social media channels. The fact that we not only want to send the message, which is two-dimensional, right? But we also want to have the three-dimensional, which is completely passive, which is them getting a lot of impressions with us through our content, through our social proof, through our authority, on their newsfeed and every time they log on. So that yes, on this message, they might not be ready, but when they are ready, the person that they think about when it comes to digital marketing or Facebook ads or Google ads or Snapchat ads, whatever you're doing, right? They think about you, okay? And that is the 3-dimensional strategy on Facebook. And this is the profile funnel concept. That is really the first thing that I want you guys to keep in mind when it comes to signing clients on Facebook. The fact that if you want to have true success with it, you don't want to have just a 2-dimensional message and a bunch of follow-ups. You want to have a 3-dimensional approach. The final thing that I will say on this is that a lot of people see this, right? See posting on Facebook and they think, oh, we'll have absolutely no idea as to how to create content. And the thing is, you don't have to be an expert to create content. And I wish I'd known this earlier because I would have started my personal brand way sooner, right? And by that, I don't mean just posting some random content. There's a lot of big talkers out there who don't actually back up their claims, who are not actually doing what they're preaching. But as long as you share your insights from your journey, what you're learning on a day-to-day basis from your media buyer in your team, right? Maybe from pure experience, maybe from what you're reading, courses you're taking, right? As long as you're doing that and documenting the process, although it sounds cliche.
Document versus
cliche, right? You can create content around that, because I can assure you, you know way more than the prospect who's just purely focused on building an incredible product in the beauty niche, for example. And that is the prospect you're reaching out to. So that is the profile funnel. And now onto the second point. The next thing you want to do is you want to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And that tells my team and I to keep creating episodes for this series. So if you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and smash the like button. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into my computer. And I'm going to walk you through a concept that I call communities, which is the process that we're going to follow to find leads on Facebook. So here we are inside my Facebook. And the way I want you guys to approach this is you want to keep in mind 2 main things. The first thing is when finding leads, you don't want to go ahead and individually sort through people. Let me use an example to illustrate this point, okay? If, for example, I'm searching for affluent people that have high income, right? I could either go on the street, on any street, and then start asking one by one, hey, how much do you earn a year? I'll probably get a lot of no's, a lot of rejections, a lot of people just walking past me, and I might get a few answers, but that is a very inefficient way of going about finding leads. The problem is that's how actually most agency owners approach lead sourcing. They go and sort individually through every single contact, okay? What you want to do instead is you want to have a very crystal clear idea as to who the ideal customer you are serving is. And that's the main problem that most agency owners face. The fact that they haven't put any time into thinking who their ideal customer is. And when you don't know who that person is, it's very hard to find them, right? And once you know who you're serving very well, the second thing you need to do is you need to understand that people start businesses out of their passions in most cases, right? So for example, let's just say that you are serving the info product space. These are people that are creating courses and digital products and building funnels online, right? And so if I were to serve these people, I would ask myself, okay, where are these people congregating? Number one, what are they passionate about? And if they're passionate about this one thing, where are they hanging out? Where are they congregating and sharing knowledge and consuming content? Because just like you do and I do, they consume content around what they're passionate about. And that is the great thing about the internet. So let's just say that you are serving the info product space, as I said. And so for example, I know that those type of people mostly use ClickFunnels, right? They are avid users of that service. Why? Because it's never been easier to create a funnel and sell a digital product in most cases through a ClickFunnels funnel. Okay, so if we know that, for example, we would search communities around ClickFunnels, right? There's a bunch of communities, but the one that stands out the most is obviously the official group, right? Now, I would probably recommend you join smaller groups because with these groups, you get a lot of unqualified prospects, right? And you get a lot of unqualified leads. The other thing that I recommend is you always go for groups that are private groups. So this one is private, so we can just join. You can also join this one. You're bound to find a few qualified people in there, especially because they're affiliates. So you know that they're using the service quite a bit more. But let's just go for this one. The next thing you do is you just go members, and then you search through this list, right? You search through the list, and you would go ahead and add people that have founders, owners, CEOs in their description. Once you have found them, you go ahead and add them as a friend. And then you've got them inside your funnel, as well as obviously you can send them a message, but I recommend you do that once you've added them as a friend. So that is that for the second method, the communities method, finding people that are already congregating online around their passion that you can serve. And with that being said, let's get right into the final and juiciest point. Now, the third and final point is you want to reach out to them there and then. And this is a massive mistake that I see so many agency owners make, is that they find someone on Facebook and then they search the whole internet to find their email address. Why are you doing that if you found them initially on Facebook? If you found them on Facebook, it's simply because they already know how to navigate that platform. They already spend time and energy on that platform. And you don't know whether that's the case for email or LinkedIn. They might, but you don't know that. So you want to go ahead and reach out to them there and then. And mainly you want to do it for two reasons. The first reason, and this applies for all social media platforms, is kind of what I just said. There is less friction when you reach out to them on the platform that you found them. And that actually leads me to the second point, which is when you found them on Facebook, you already have a point of rapport, right? And so when you, for example, send them a message request, they see that you are also a member of ClickFunnels Official, which is the example that I just showed you guys, right? And so they already have that point of contact. And as humans, we have what's called the in-group, out-group bias. And what that means is that we favor people, we have bias towards people that share common interests and that share common traits with us, right? And so you already have that point of contact. And number two is when you send them a friend request, right? You actually have that point of rapport. You can say, hey, Lauren, I found you on ClickFunnels Official. I'm a massive nerd when it comes to building funnels. I love building them, I love optimizing them, and I love selling stuff online. It's great connecting with like-minded people. What do you love about funnels? Something like that was very on the spot. So it'd probably be much better, but you guys get the idea, right? And so she can accept that connection request because it's not a hard sell, right? And then you already have her in your funnel, in your profile funnel, which I spoke about earlier in this video, where she gets top of mind awareness, right? And you can clearly see that you're actually walking the talk and that you're conveying your knowledge about, in this case, for example, funnels. So that is the way you want to approach the Facebook strategy. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up. YouTube just loves when that thing turns blue, so I really appreciate it. Also leave down below any comments, any questions you may have on this video, and I'll be sure to check those out. And the final thing is, if you haven't checked out my free private mentorship community, the Client Closers, it's an incredible community full of like-minded people looking to scale their agency and level up in life. And in there, we're talking all about agency life, sales, outreach, how to land more meetings, how to sign more clients, e-commerce growth, how to get incredible results for clients. It's an incredible community. And if you want to be a part of it, you can apply down below. And as always, guys, hope everything's going well in your agency journey, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.